All right, so today I have this Milwaukee Quick Release Vise here. I installed it in lieu of this Yost vise. It's like an Eclipse style vise and it's really good, but this started bending and started coming off the track, and I just at a certain point go, you know, maybe it's time for a new one. But after spending the money on this Milwaukee Morgan Quick Release Vise made by Milwaukee Tool and Equipment Company, something really awful started happening, and that's the quick release function, which it means this only worked one way, and that's only quick release, as in it doesn't do anything like clamp. So turning this, as of right now, you see it's actually moving. This is not common. It'll just usually just spin and spin and spin and spin and spin. So can't actually clamp work down, so I used a lot less vise lately, and that's not good. So here's how this actually functions. On the bottom here, there's this half nut, and inside that half nut are little threads. Right inside there, there's threads that match this Acme thread, and it's supposed to catch on and then kind of lock in place. Let's see if I can get it. So I'm going to quick release, so I'm going to pull the front jaw back, right? And now I'm going to start turning. So right now you see it's doing exactly what I'm complaining about, which is it's not moving. But if I let's see if I can nudge it a little bit. So here is how it's supposed to act. And now it's actually clamping, it's closing. So it's supposed to shift by itself in place. And it's supposed to just catch. See, it kind of wants to. And what I noticed after a lot of trial and error and some conversation with the Milwaukee Tool and Equipment Company, what he did say was some people shim this part over here and basically add some weight and a spacer essentially inside that area. Now I actually have a replacement, because this nut was a replacement when I first called Milwaukee Tool Company and told them this is happening. So they sent me that one that I have in there, and this is the original. And in the original, I went ahead and created this shim. I drilled through to essentially give me this adjustable spacer. So I actually threaded this right here. I drilled it out first, and then I have this tap that came in this package here from Lee Valley. And then I tapped it with that to give me some threads. Threw on this screw here, and all right, so here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and try to replace that existing nuts. That's the one they sent me, with the one I just kind of rebuilt. The first thing you need to do to remove this thing is you gotta remove this pin. And there you go. Here's the new, the modified one. So you got to put the front up and towards the front of the jaw, the front jaw. There we go. And it sits right over here. Okay, so now let's put it all back. All right, it feels closer. Now I gotta put this bar back. So this is how you put this back, just FYI. So as you see, the center hole is lower than the two on the left and right. That's how you have to do it. All right. Then put the pin back All right, so does it work? Let's see. I'm gonna pull it out and I'm gonna turn. Nope, it is not doing shit. So you see, it's really not touching. So it didn't really add much. I gotta probably just screw this a little bit more, hopefully. There you go. All right, a little more. That's about as far as it goes. Let's see. Oh, that caught. That did catch. It's a little louder, so it's definitely hitting it. But it's working. Oh yeah, it's working. So one thing that I know is probably gonna end up happening, not great, is eventually that's gonna wear on the threads for sure, right? And well, I'll probably be then screwed because then the whole thread is gonna be messed up, the whole rod. But we'll see. As of right now, hey, we got a working vise.